Hey everyone, Spider-Man 991 here with another graphic novel review, where today I'm going to be talking about the Hawkman by Geoff Johns Omnibus. This book collects the first 25 issues of the fourth ongoing Hawkman title, as well as three issues of JSA, also written by Geoff Johns, for the Black Rain for the story arc known as Black Rain, which was kind of a crossover between the two books. And it was also Geoff Johns' final issues on Hawkman as well. Okay, anyways, this book kind of is about the original Hawkman, Carter Hall. For those of you who do not know, Carter Hall is an archaeologist, and he's also the current incarnation of an ancient Egyptian prince who, along with his wife, were exposed to Thanagarian technology and the nth metal, and when they died, they were pretty much given, their souls were given the ability to be reincarnated throughout time, and eventually, though, once they reunite with each other, they'd remember their past lives, they'd be together, they'd be happy for a while until they would both die again at the same time. However, recently, Carter's wife, Shaira, died, and Carter's still alive. And now Hawkgirl's current incarnation, Kendra Saunders, doesn't really remember her past lives well. And at first, at the beginning of the series, Carter's trying to get Kendra to remember anything about the past lives, and it does work. And she does get some memories, but she really doesn't want to pursue a romantic relationship with Carter. And Carter at first is resistant to this, but then after a while, he just decides to back off a bit, and the two do decide to form a working relationship as Hawkman and Hawkgirl, and and they do have a very strong friendship, as evident when Carter helped Kendra figure out her parents' murder. Also, another theme that Geoff Johns focuses on during his run is Hawkman's reincarnations. That is a very big theme, obviously, because personally I think that's one of the most interesting aspects of the Hawkman character. And basically, it focuses on the many different lives Carter Hall has had. In fact, there's even a special one issue where we see Carter going to Germany and finding his grave from a past life and taking an etching and apparently putting it in a book that he collects of etchings of all the grave sites of his previous past lives, which I thought was very interesting. So yeah, and also Carter isn't just focused on being Hawkman. His role as an archaeologist does also play a role in the title too. So it does kind of have an Indiana Jones type feeling to it. So yeah. Overall, this is a great book. Hawkman is definitely one of the more interesting characters, I think, of the DC universe, mainly because of his reincarnation. But the reincarnation aspect has led to some very complicated histories, because we've also had another the Silver Age Hawkman, Qatar Hall, who is from the planet Thanagar, with his wife Shaira, Hawkwoman, and over the years, between the reincarnation and the Thanagarians, it's been Hawkman's entire continuity for this identity has been pretty confusing, which has led to DC kind of like holding off on running anything with Hawkman for a while. But fortunately, in this series, Geoff Johns does sort of deal with that issue by giving us a couple of issues where Carter teams up with the Thanagarian Hawkwoman Shaira to take down the Thanagarian shapeshifter known as Birth. Also, Geoff Johns does pay attention to Carter's friendship with Ray Palmer, the Atom, and I like the way he does write their friendship. It does feel it's cool when Geoff Johns does have the chance to write friendship between superheroes, because he really does a good job making it more relatable. Because when we see Carter talking to Ray, it's kind of like how you'd want to how you would talk to your best buddy in a way that feels natural and just kind of just easily flows and stuff like that. So yeah, that's another good positive of why I like this book. Overall, I would say if you are a fan of Geoff Johns' writing, and if you're curious about the Hawkman character, I would definitely recommend you pick up this book. The cover price is $75, but here's the thing: if you go on Amazon right now, Usually when I checked Amazon, they were selling them for about $50. And when I checked some third-party sellers and eBay, they had them for somewhere between $35 and $40. So this was probably one of the least expensive omnibuses I've ever bought. So that's another good reason. Personally, I prefer the Carter Hall character to the Thanagarian Qatar Hall. So yeah, if you've been curious about the Hawkman character and you do like Geoff Johns as a writer, which I don't blame you, he's one of my favorite comic book writers, definitely check out the Hawkman by Geoff Johns Omnibus. Okay, that's it for me. Thank you again for watching this video. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing, whether you're an old subscriber or a new subscriber. I appreciate your support. I'm Spider-Man 1991 saying, see you later.